Hi, folks. This is Andrew, Jay, and Phil here with VoteProPot-Cast for a quick Minisode. We're going to do a little rapid-fire info sharing with you. Andrew.
There's a new study out that says smoking good old-fashioned flower is the best way to ingest cannabis for pain relief, according to a new study. Now, apparently, well, a few things. Edibles obviously take a while, and smoking is instantaneous. So the study says an effective way to treat your pain in a cost-effective way and get more bang for your buck, it's better to use flower, which my response is, no shit, next door. Andrew Yang, who's running for president, he's wanting to sell marijuana-themed campaign merch.
What?
Yeah, man. So he has his
Why
hat.
didn't we think of that?
Well, VoteProPot, that's what we are. That's our whole
merchandise,
thing.
man.
Well, none of us is running for office.
Well, we're working on that.
That's pretty cool, though, really.
Yeah, we're going to have some election 2020 merch coming up sometime.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Sometime in 2021, we should be coming out.
Yeah.
Procrastination.
No, but he has a hat that said math on the front and had a pot leaf in the back.
What?
Whatever that means.
Wow.
Yeah.
Math.
And he had a T-shirt. Someone said math, money, marijuana.
What?
Yeah, but he sold out. They got stickers left, but it just sold out really quick.
I don't even know what that means.
Hey, folks, let us know if you'd be interested in buying some Vote Pro Pot merch, and we'll look into it. Let us know. Send us an email or send us go to our contact page and send us a note. Let us know. Would you buy a mug or a T-shirt that had a logo and our stuff on it?
It'd probably depend on the mug or T-shirt, but
I'd buy it.
Yeah, so in other words, we're going to start selling mugs and T-shirts. We're just trying to.
Yeah, we're doing a little impromptu market research here.
Was it that obvious?
Start saving your money for that coffee mug. Yeah. Okay, now we talked the other day last week about the weed etiquette. Remember recently I was asking, what are some of the new etiquette when it comes to cannabis, because it's now culturally acceptable. Don't bogart the joint. Don't always pass it to the left or anything. So anyway. This week in the New York Times, there's a new weed etiquette book out.
What?
And it's called Higher Etiquette. And it's written by Lizzie Post. Yes, the great granddaughter of Emily Post.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Wow.
Keeping it the family business.
Family tradition.
Well, I wonder what Emily would have thought about it.
The high version.
She talks about that. And says she thinks her great-grandmother would have thought it's cool.
Neat.
I suppose whatever you do, you might as well do it with charm and flair and
absolutely. There's a right way to smoke weed and a wrong way.
Politeness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's more to it, like your delivery guy. Yeah, do you invite him in? Do you become friends with him? You start telling him about your girlfriend troubles and stuff? What do you do?
Yeah.
And your bud tenders. Some bud tenders now. There's some bud tenders out there that are working for minimum wage, and they're working for tips, too. So now you're expected to go in and spend $400 for an ounce of weed and tip.
Fuck that.
No. I don't tip for that.
But if they're working for minimum wage,
that's
bullshit anyway.
Right. So what do you do? What's the proper etiquette?
That's a good question. I tip bartenders, but I'm sitting there at the bar being served.
Right. Well, it's kind of the same, though.
I suppose if I could sit there and smoke the weed and he would... light my joint when it went out or something. Got to do something for the tip, though.
But if they lean across the counter with a Zippo and fire you up, I'd leave them a tip. Sure.
I just read an article on Weed Maps about keeping weed off the waterways. This is something that I think is interesting because I'm into scuba diving and being on the water. I love it. And we're from Maryland with the Chesapeake Bay. If you're on a body of water that has borders on more than one state or different country, it has federal jurisdiction.
Ooh.
If it's like a lake in a legal state, then you should be okay.
Okay.
Now, as far as international waters are concerned, because really no one really has jurisdiction out there.
Right.
Though they said the American Coast Guard, if they come upon an American ship in international waters, they'll hold them to American laws.
Cool.
Okay.
So they say when you're in international waters, they say good thing the rule of thumb is first off, don't bring anything on board unless you talk to the captain, crew, and they're cool with it. Secondly, you might want to just sort of limit it to edibles and things.
Play it
well,
safe.
that would apply to cruise ships, right?
That's what I was going to
go
say.
on a cruise.
Cruise ships across the board do not. It's
Really?
illegal. They will not.
Well, that's why I'm not interested in a cruise.
So far, the major cruise lines. Now, there might be some of those barefoot windjammer cruises that might allow it, and certainly there's a lot of weekend guys out on their boats. Now, in California, they said the Coast Guard said we're after the smugglers. We don't give a shit about the guys smoking a joint, but we have arrested.
Really
giving people tickets or arresting them for being out on the water all fucked up and
give me a break.
And they had weed on them. Well, if you're doing stupid shit and they pull you over and they're going to bust you and they find weed on you, they're going to charge you. It's all these
It happens, in other words.
Well, it's the guy, right? But these guys on they have a boat, 24 little motor boat. They named it after their daughter. They're out there on the weekend.
Right. Give me a break.
Right.
What's wrong with that? Yes, I'm a boater, and I'll tell you something.
You named it after your daughter. Right?
The guys, the Marine police will pull you over just to pull you over because they do what they call, what they do is they pull up to you with their lights on and they say, hey, how you guys doing today? Oh, I'm fine. Do you mind if we come on and check your boat and make sure you got all the safety shit? And I'm like, sure. That's happened to me a few times. And, they're honestly, for the most part, these guys are really cool because I've had them come on my boat and I've got an open beer. I got a cooler full of beer. They don't even mention it. They just make sure I have my paddle and my life preservers.
You're not wasted.
Yeah, and I'm not being a dick.
You're not a hazard or anything.
Right. Because you're out on the boat. A little accident, people can die.
Right.
All right, folks, that's another Vote Pro Podcast minisode. Hope you enjoyed it. Check us out at VoteProPot.com.
Please send us an email at podcast@VoteProPot.com. Call our message line at 240-257-2441.
Please like and share and follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just do a search for Vote Pro Pot.